All right, now we're going to be going over how a novation contract works. This is what wholesalers do to bypass the MLS and put your house on the market and benefit over what you're trying to get for the house. So let's take this example. We've got a house. It's move-in ready. It's worth $350,000. So the seller contacts a wholesaler because they don't want to deal with showings and all these other things. They contact a wholesaler, somebody who does a cash buying. Now this wholesaler is not a cash buyer. They're doing something like assigning the contract, or in this case, doing a novation contract, which is a legal word for saying selling something that's basically not yours. So the wholesaler now gets your property under contract for $300,000. And when they get a contract, which also has wording in it that is a little deceptive and hard to get out of, they also have you sign a limited power of attorney. So think about that. Giving away your power of attorney to basically a complete stranger. So when you think about that, when they get the limited power of attorney, now they're acting on your behalf as the seller of the property because you gave it to them. Now they can put your property on the MLS and they enlist it for whatever. Now let's say in this case, the $350,000, they're putting it on the MLS. Now we get a retail buyer from the MLS. This time we got a family who is gonna pay $350,000 for the house. Now how does the rest of this work? Well, let's look at it. Here's the legal swap that happens. So now the wholesaler steps aside, comes out of the picture. The original contract is terminated and a new contract is created where the seller and the retail, it's directly with the retail buyer. The seller does that. So the retail buyer is agreeing to pay the $350,000. They're paying $350,000. The seller here still gets the $300,000, which was agreed upon in the original contract, but it also got destroyed. So how does that work? And then the $50,000 goes here to the wholesaler as a consulting fee or a marketing fee. Now, when you're thinking, hey, I don't want to pay realtor commissions. Realtor commissions on a $300,000 house would be $18,000. Then you've got some closing costs and a few other things in there, but let's just say $20,000. Would you rather let somebody else take $50,000 of your equity or pay $20,000 in realtor commissions? You tell me. I mean, it's up to you. But here's the real thing. This becomes a major conflict of interest because the cheaper they can get you to go here in this original contract and lock you up to where you have to do it, or they bully you into making you have to sell your property, and then they get a larger amount here in the consultation fee if they get this number higher. So let's just say this number stayed the same, $350, but they got you to $280. Now they're making $70,000 without doing anything, without having a real estate license, without really having your best interest in mind. And this is going on all the time. But it sounds like it's so innocent, so easy, just signing a power of attorney. It's just a short-term power of attorney thing. Well, if they do something that you don't approve of, well, too bad. So when you're thinking about, hey, I want to take a cash offer, well, you could take a cash offer from one of these companies that do something like this, or you could talk to Kansas City Legacy Properties, who would show you what your house would list for on the market, and will give you a cash offer. Say, hey, look, here's what you would listing on the market. Here's what a cash offer would take. You make the decision. We have fiduciary responsibility to act in your best interest. So if you're thinking about a cash offer, talk with us. And then if you want to see the MLS breakdown, that's going to be coming up on the next video. The previous video, we just went over how the assignment contract works. Check us out on the next one.